Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, I'm in the car again. You guys aren't going to believe me because you're going to think that I'm just recording this at the same time I record those Al Capone cigar reviews, but believe it or not, it is the next night. I'm back at the same store for the same reason. Christina's in there and I'm just waiting for her. But I figured I would do two things. First off, I'm going to do a cigar review, something that was sent to me. I'll do that in a separate video. But right now I want to talk about EDC flashlights. And my EDC in general. A lot of times when I do EDC videos, people will always ask the questions like, certain things you don't carry all the time. What if you need them? And more specifically, people will mention Zippos and flashlights, because I don't always have my flashlight in an EDC, and I don't always have a Zippo. Now, as far as flashlights, I am never, ever without a flashlight when I leave the house and it's dark. Okay, like right now, I'm at the store. It's nighttime. I always have a flashlight on me. But during the day, when I go places, like I'll never really know if I'm going to be out, when it's dark. So I always have a dedicated car flashlight. In this case, it is the Neutron 2C from Through Night. I don't think I did a review on this yet. I will do a review very soon on it. But it is a badass light. It's a nice one to keep in the car. Runs on 18650 here. At least that's what I have in right now. And I always have multiple flashlights in my bag, which is always in my car. So no matter what, I always have flashlights on me. Now, more times than not, I have multiple flashlights on me. If I'm EDCing them, like I'll have a small pocket light clipped to my pocket. There's a couple Through Night models. There's a couple Olight models that I rotate through all the time, as well as the jacket I'm wearing right now happens to have a spotlight spec on it. All right, so I'm always with light. But specifically, if I know I'm going somewhere and I'm going to be out when it's dark, I will EDC multiple flashlights. And I want to tell you the most recent reason that I needed one, and the most important time I needed a flashlight. So first off, the most recent was just after Christmas. I was in a parking lot, not this one, but I was in another parking lot going to the store, and a woman approached me asking if I can help her jump her car. She had a nice BMW, and she was with her daughter, and her battery died. So I was helping her jump the car. Now, at the time, I happened to be EDCing one of the Olight batons, which was perfect for that because I literally just used the magnet and hooked it to her the hood of her car. And she was blown away by this thing. She's like, "Oh my God, what kind of flashlight is that? Where can I get one?" She was very thankful I did, give her a jump and everything. And we were talking about the flashlight for a good 5 or 6 minutes while her battery was charging off my car. Very interested. Now, most times I tell people about flashlights. The people who I know, I do follow-ups, and they never buy the light. People are always amazed when I use lights for them. It's kind of like knives. Did you ever, someone asks for a knife to use, or, hey, do you have a knife on you? Or they're trying to cut something, or they're trying to open something, rather, and you take your knife out and use it. And they're always amazed by it. And then you go and you talk to the same person like a couple months later, and you're like, hey, did you get yourself a knife? Nope. No, I'll just I'll wait for other people for help. I don't know why that is. But anyway, this woman seemed really interested in it. She got all the information about it, so hopefully she does end up picking one up. But that was the most recent time that I personally needed a flashlight. Now, the most important time I needed a flashlight was about, I want to say, it was at least 6 or 7 years ago, if not more. And I was with my family at a Walmart, and it was a really, really bad thunderstorm and knocked out power at the Walmart, and the generator did not kick on. So we're in the middle of Walmart, and this was probably in the evening. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and it was starting to get dark. I don't remember what time of year it was. It must have been warmer. This was definitely a rainstorm. It wasn't oh, you know what? It was a snowstorm. So maybe it was. I guess it wasn't in winter. But I remember being really bad, and the power was out, and the generator didn't kick on. And people are starting to panic. You can hear people because it's pitch black in the middle of the store. And of course, people are, obviously thinking of looting or just freaking out because they're in the store. And at the time, I had a Maritech single AA flashlight. Turned that bad boy on. I was with both my parents and my sister. We had a full cart full of stuff. And we ended up we were parked on the back parking lot out by the automotive section. So we started walking towards that exit. And I remember the guard was standing there, and he was really, we left our stuff. We didn't have any stuff with us. We just literally left it in the aisle. We're like, oh, crap, some stuff's going down. We got to get out of here. Because people are starting to panic. Some people are actually just screaming, just for no reason, just scared, screaming. I hear people running around. You hear people, knocking stuff over. It's a bad scene. So we're trying to leave. The security guard stopped us thinking that we're trying to loot. I remember my mom begging my dad not to get into a fight because my dad was really pissed at this guard. The guard's like, you know, hey, you guys think you're gonna steal something? You got another thing coming, blah, 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 like totally accusing us of trying to get out the back door with stuff. My dad's like, you pat me down right now. I got nothing on me. You don't let me out that door. He said some serious stuff to his guard, and my mom's like tugging on his arm, like, please do not get into a fight with this guy. So anyway, we ended up going down the other entrance, and I kid you not, with my flashlight, even the AA at the time, I want to say it was like maybe 100 lumens back when, you know, that was like crazy light back then for a AA flashlight. I remember people following us. We're walking back through the middle of the store, and I could see everything just fine. And we're walking, and there's literally, you know, couples tagging along, and there must have been 30 people behind us following me, the only people in that entire store with a flashlight. So I remember having a really proud moment that I was able to, you know, get us through the store very easily. And, you know, of course, gearheads, when you get to use your gear, you know, if you, let's say you're kind of multi-tool and like someone really needs it, you pull it out, there you go, you're prepared. This is why we carry this stuff, for these moments. I remember being like super proud of it and thinking like, you know, I'll always have a flashlight on me. I really needed it, and I happen to have it that day. So that was my most important time I needed a flashlight. But there's been numerous times where I help people, automotive problems. You know, if someone's pulled off on the side of the road, I'm that guy. I'll stop and see if they need any help. Help one guy change a tire. You know, literally, he did all the work. I literally held the light on for him, though. It was nighttime. He was very, very appreciative for that. Had he not had a flashlight or someone there with a flashlight, it would have been a much bigger job to change his tire. So flashlights are very convenient. Now, obviously, you don't need them during the day, although there were situations where I needed them at work. When I was working at the mailroom, there was multiple times where things fell behind a cabinet or fell behind something, and even in the middle of the day with the lights on, you can't see in those tight little corners and those dark spaces. So that's when flashlights do literally shine. So it's good to have flashlights on you. Like I said, even if I don't show a flashlight in an EDC, I always have them on me, all over the car, on me, everywhere. But more specifically, if you guys are leaving the house at night, you should always bring a flashlight. You never know when you're going to need it. You know, emergencies are anytime, anywhere, as you know. And the biggest thing you need at night is to be able to see. So flashlights are obviously beneficial. A lot of people, you know, question carrying guns or carrying knives or whatever, but everyone seems to agree flashlights are cool and flashlights are certainly useful. So if you don't carry a flashlight with you, you might want to consider, you know, starting to carry one, at least putting one in your vehicle, giving one to your wife to keep in the, you know, her purse, stash them around the house. They're just awesome pieces of gear. You know, people sometimes take it for granted. You don't have to get very expensive flashlights. You can get them as cheap as 20 bucks for a really decent flashlight. And, you know, one day you'll be thankful that you did. So I want to do a quick little video here talking about flashlights and my experiences with them. Countless times I've used flashlights. Countless times people around me have needed flashlights, and I was there to provide them. So people should start buying them for themselves. It's like anything else. Once you start carrying a certain type of piece of gear, like people don't normally carry knives. Once they start carrying knives, they find uses for them all the time. And you kind of question yourself, how did I get through life without them? So anyway, I wanted to share a couple stories there for you. Flashlights are an awesome thing to have around, whether you're a gear nut or not. Very, very useful tools. So that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.